welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new, my name's Tess. I film videos about working 9 to 5 as a digital marketing manager in Toronto and just videos about trying to figure out our 20s. So welcome back. Today I was planning on filming a video about how to stay motivated, how to be productive. And I started writing like thoughts about being burnt out and feeling not motivated. And I'm like, this is what we need to talk about. I think I will eventually film that video of like a bunch of tips and tricks of how I stay productive, but I have not been very productive lately, to be honest. I wanted to just sit on the floor in front of my bed and just chat all about burnout, feeling unmotivated, feeling in a rut, and a few things I've been doing the last week or two to help me feel better that I think have been helping. So I thought I'd share them with you guys. And yeah, I hope you enjoy watching this and let's get started. I don't even know where to start. I feel like the word burnout I've been hearing so much lately, and I think that's for a lot of different reasons. I feel like first of all, the big one is we've been living in a pandemic for over 12 months, and I think the mental, emotional, physical toll that has on all of us, you watching this video, on me, on our family, our friends, and I think I just haven't really realized, and I feel like a lot of us don't realize, like just the toll it takes on our mental health to first of all be locked up, not being able to see our friends and family, also just like the state of the world right now, like just so much has happened in the last 12 months. I think it's just been really exhausting, like subconsciously almost. So I think first of all, that's a reason. I think for me personally, I often find that around this time of year, I get a little bit burnt out because it's like this new year burnout sort of situation. A lot of the new year is like setting goals and milestones and wanting to like get lots of stuff done and grind and hustle. And I think around March, it's like, okay, we're like over 2 months into the year. It's probably been like a pretty busy start. Like you have all your goals and you're excited, and then it just gets kind of tiring. So I think that's another reason a lot of us are feeling burnt out. So we can get into all the reasons why we're feeling burnt out. I'm sure there's a million reasons for all of us. But regardless, I think a lot of us are feeling demotivated and burned out. The past couple weeks, I've been feeling like a little bit better, and there's a few things I've been doing that have really helped me like combat this feeling of feeling like burnt out in a rut, like whatever you want to say, and I want to share them with you guys, so I think they will help you as well. And I would love to hear your thoughts as well on things that help you like get out of a rut and feel more motivated. So I'm going to split this into two parts. The first part is going to be talking about how to avoid burnout and how to get out of burnout, and the second part is going to be about how I stay motivated. So yeah, let's get into it. The first thing I want to say, which is very cliche, but take a break. Not just like, make a to-do list where you might get to it. Take an intentional time off where you are not going to get stuff done. And I think that is the key to like truly recharging. I think for me, a lot of the time is like I take breaks, but I'm not like wanting to, like I'll have a bunch of stuff I want to get done on a weekend and I just won't get it done, but it's not like relaxing because I feel a little bit stressed out and like bad about myself for not doing stuff. If you shift your mindset and you choose time to not do anything, it feels a lot better and you'll be able to recharge a lot more. Something I'm always worried about is like not being productive and not, being successful if I take a break. For example, if you have a YouTube channel, I think a lot of us can relate to this. It's like you always want to be uploading. So if you take a week or two off, it can almost like kickstart this mindset of like, if I take a week off, then all these other people are going to be uploading videos and I'm not. It actually doesn't matter. Like taking 1 or 2 weeks off, like missing 1 or 2 or 3 uploads, like it's worth it for your mental health. Productivity is just defined as getting stuff done that you want to get done. If you choose to take a week and do nothing and you do nothing, you're being productive because you're getting done what you want to. And I think it's just so important, like once every few months to take a week off from everything you're doing. Obviously, if you work a 9 to 5 or you work full time, like you can't just, take a week off every month. But I think something you can do is take that like intentional time. Say like this weekend or next weekend, I'm taking the weekend off from overthinking, from working, from just, stressing myself out. Like take the weekend off to truly recharge. I think something too, like I don't even realize is how much like going on social media burns me out. When I'm clicking through someone's stories or on TikTok, like my brain is going so fast. Like when I'm on TikTok, I'm like thinking like who that person is, who they're related to, like what they're doing, go to their channel. Like being on social media is just like so mentally exhausting. Not even like just from the comparison part, but just from like how fast your brain is working when you're on social. I think it just like does something to our brains that we don't realize. So I think take a break from social media too. Something else I want to talk about is brain dumps. And this is something I've been doing the last week or so that has helped me so much. If you're anything like me, like I am a huge overthinker and my brain is going like a million miles a second. Recently, like even when I am like watching Modern Family and like chilling out, like my brain is going so fast. And it's also a reason like why I haven't been sleeping very well. And what I've been doing the last week or so is brain dumps, which has helped me a lot. So basically what it is it's kind of like a journal. It's like a type of journal entry is how I treat it. So I take a piece of paper and I write out sections of like things I'm worrying about, things I'm excited about, things I'm forgetting, like YouTube thoughts, busy blooming thoughts, you know, work thoughts. And I just like categorize all my thoughts. And then I like extend out from there, categorizing your thoughts and putting out everything you're thinking about. If you have a YouTube channel, make a bubble YouTube and like everything you're thinking about. You're thinking about, oh, I want to rebrand, or I want to do this video. I'm worried about this about YouTube. I feel like I'm not doing this. Like any thought you have about that topic, branch out and write down everything. It's not necessarily supposed to be like super constructive, but it's just to dump everything out of your brain onto paper. So there's just something about taking all your thoughts onto paper rather than just like journaling out like full sentences and things. I think just like dumping it out is a really good way to de-stress and like help stop your overthinking, which honestly is pretty exhausting to be like constantly thinking all the time. So I think that will help a lot with burnout as well. So yeah, that's another thing that has helped me a lot. Something else that's helped me a lot is switching up my routine and switching up your environment. For me, I've been trying to go for walks like in the morning, which has really helped me, which I usually don't do. So try to like switch things up, or try to wake up an hour earlier, try to work a little bit earlier so you can end earlier. Just like switch up your routine in some way, because I feel like life can become really mundane in lockdown and just like in this whole situation we're in. Just try to switch something up, whether it's like working in a new location, working in your bedroom instead of the office for the mornings, going for a walk a different time of day, like ordering food once a week. Just like change up your routine in any way you can. And I think that will help just like, you know, spice things up a little bit, especially with like the side hustle stuff. Like something that I've tried to do was like switch up my editing style, even like using a new font or a new intro or having a new channel banner, just like switching stuff up. Like, I don't know, change your upload schedule to Tuesdays instead of Wednesdays, like whatever it is. Just try to like switch things up. And I think that will help you a lot, like feel out of a rut and like it's a little bit exciting. So yeah, the last one I want to say, which segues into the next section of this video, try focus on staying motivated instead of staying disciplined. I think it's really important, obviously, to be disciplined, but I think oftentimes like I feel burnt out when I'm being disciplined and I'm not motivated at all. And I think like, you know, you have your upload schedule or you have your work hours and it's like you're disciplined, like you do those things, but there's no motivation behind it at all. I think for me, that's what causes a ton of burnout, is like just only having discipline and losing all the motivation. And I think that's a huge key to like not getting burnt out. Let's get into how I stay motivated and how I've been trying really hard to get back into like a motivated, productive mindset. This is gonna sound like really stupid as I'm saying it, but I'm just being honest. I always never went on Pinterest because I'm like, this is just like too much. It's like you see all these perfectly aesthetically pleasing things and you're like, I just like want all these things. But recently I've been doing like this nighttime routine where I put on some Taylor Swift or like whatever music you want, and I just scroll through Pinterest, and it has like really motivated me in a really weird way. Like it curates like things that it will know you like. So there's a lot of really amazing like inspirational quotes or just really nice pictures of cities or, you know, ideas and tips and tricks and designs and like creatively that has really motivated me. It sounds a little bit weird, but I don't know, something about a nighttime Pinterest scroll like really gets me motivated. So try that out. Okay, the next thing that has helped me feel motivated is doing a bit of a rebrand and a refresh. And I would love actually one day to do a whole video on like how to brand your channel and do a personal brand and all that stuff. But I think just like refreshing and rebranding and whatever that means to you, whether it's, you know, changing your phone background, changing your desktop background, switching up your office decor, cleaning out your office or your bedroom, like whatever you need to do, I think doing like some sort of personal refresh and rebrand is really really gonna help you feel motivated. I think like it can be anything from like if you have a YouTube channel, you can like switch up your editing style, like I said, or your channel banner, or if you have a 9-to-5, like switch up your, you know, desktop background or your office setup. That's another one that's helped me a lot. Recently, I like revamped my office, which is really good. I also have just switched up my editing, like I said, a little bit. Little things like that though do make a big difference, so good, try it out. I always go back and forth about this one because I'm someone who like plans a lot, and like I plan pretty much every day of my life. Like I have lists and goals every month, goals every week. Like I'm just very planful, and I think sometimes that causes a bit of burnout because it's like you constantly have a list of stuff you have to do, and I think that's really helpful for me when I'm in like a good mindset. But when I'm not, it can be quite stressful. So I think if you're trying to stay motivated, I would say like ditch the planning and ditch the to-do list for a bit and just like do things that you feel like. Like for example, like don't pick specific days you're going to film. Like just film when you feel like filming, and I think that will help the motivation come back a little bit rather than like being stressed and feeling like you have to be disciplined and film certain days. Live your life. Like don't plan out goals for the next month, don't plan out every week. Like just live life. And I think this goes against like a lot of what I've said, but that's something I've been trying to do recently. I know I have to film 2 videos every week, so just film them when I'm going to film them, and you know, go for a walk when I'm going to go for a walk, but don't like plan out stuff too much. I think that will help you a lot, and that's something that's helped me a lot. Like I said, kind of goes against my usual personality, my usual day, but I don't know. I think just trying, like I said, switching things up. Don't plan out every second of every day. It's okay to, you know, take a month off of all that stuff and just living your life. So I think that's another one that's helped me. And the last thing I want to say is a huge like side effect of burnout is being self-critical, and this is something that I like really have been struggling with in the last few months. Like I'm just so critical of everything I'm doing. Like you just get hard on yourself, especially like if you have a YouTube channel. It's like comparing your numbers to other people's numbers and just being critical of like your Instagram or your job. Like someone at your job is doing better or you're not doing well. I think just recognize those thoughts are often a huge side effect of feeling burned out, and you are doing such a good job. And just one thing I've been trying to do lately is look back over the last like year or the last 2 years of everything you've accomplished. Write it out, like even looking at like how many subscribers you've gained, like projects you've accomplished in your job, like if you graduated school or like whatever it is, like you have done a lot in the last year, the last 2 years, the last, you know, 3 months. So focus on your accomplishments and don't get too hard on yourself. And if you are, know that you are feeling burnt out and you need to take a break. Like if you're getting too hard and too self-critical, take a week off. Yeah, I think just being self-critical is really normal, and it's just not like a good spiral to get into. So if you are feeling that way, take a break, take a beat, and just relax and take some time off of what you're doing. And I think they'll help a lot. Okay, so that's everything I wanted to say about burnout, feeling motivated, how to get out of burnout, and all that stuff. We have been through a very difficult year, a very hard 12 months. And I know for me, like I have been really struggling the last few months mentally, and just, yeah, it's been a lot. So I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you're staying safe. Let me know in the comments how you're doing and how you're combating all this stuff. And if you're not, then let me know how you're feeling. Anyways, I'll talk to you guys on Sunday. Okay, bye.